similar ball to that.
Yeah, rightly told, Kavinka. That's what is the threat. Easily he can be almost 1-on-1 versus 2 or 1 versus 3 if the Nepalese defense really break through the initial front four.
Nepal playing some beautiful football here. There's Prasant Laksam going for kick, but be kicking himself to some extent, but not too hard because Nepal are in the lead 3-0 quite comfortably. He also contributed to one of those goals.
I think they can afford to take those chances now, Nepal, especially in the driving seat. They
Definitely.
can try anything as they want.
Definitely, Jana.
And doing some keepy uppies there. Number 20 of Sri Lanka. Sadir, I should say, Mohammad Sadir, who just made his way in. Long ball once again, kept out. Now in goes Nishant. Nishant's through ball trying to find Subhash, but Mohammad Riaz comes out, and that's the job here for Sri Lanka. Already 3 goals down, a very, very uphill task. Sadir once more on the ball. Foul here by Harish of Nepal.
We are 9 minutes away from halftime, and halftime could not come sooner for Sri Lanka. They have a chance to regroup now, courtesy of a free kick on the halfway line. Have to make something tick, otherwise it'll look like a really one-sided game, as if it wasn't already. Nepal, Prasant Laksam trying to counter. And a loose ball is played through. Nepal is through. Keeper comes out. Nepal, can they finish this? And it's a wonderfully driven goal. Keeper in no man's land. And it's number 11, Niraj. Niraj, of course, one of the goal scorers in the previous game. Some lovely skill there and a wonderful finish to evade 3 players. And there's no wonder that Nepali players are in dreamland right now. And they could be at the summit of the final, Jana.
Yes, rightly told. It is almost no way back for Sri Lanka. 4 goals within the first half. But there was a game in the recently concluded 4 Nations tournament which was held in Sri Lanka, where Bangladesh scored 4. Sri Lanka was 4-0. Then Wasim Rasik scoring 4 goals. So on Sri Lankan soil, Sri Lanka coming back has happened. 4 goals have been scored again, but that is a senior team.
Yeah, Sri Lanka have to summon a Wasim Rasik over here. With those kinds of balls, it doesn't look like they can. But summoning a Wasim Rasik in this squad. Go ahead, one of you 11 in white, go ahead and do it. Prove all of us wrong.
Mohammad Sadir. Sarath Kumar. Through ball here, but the flag goes up.
Well, maybe to the delight of the Sri Lankan fans, that would have offered a glimpse of hope. Here's a wonderfully threaded ball into the path of Harish. Gets in the cross. Number 12, another shot on target, but it's a team effort. Easy pickings for Mohammad Riaz, who has been tested so many times in this tournament and in this game. Here is Nepal once again. They get a corner out of it.
what's really shocking here is the way Nepal getting into those areas behind either of the flanks. Because Sri Lankan left back and right back really, for some reason, letting those wingers to get behind them. And all they had to do is put some crosses in.
Here's another attempt by Nepal.
Not done here, Nepal. Once more, cross coming in. But this time, not really accurate enough. So as I was talking about, these two fullbacks coming forward, they aren't even coming forward, but for some reason, because of that sweeper, these two players for Nepal really using those area behind, and the left and the right winger getting into those areas, putting those nice juicy crosses. All the striker have to do is to finish it off. So that is how the game plan is for Nepal. Meanwhile, Sri Lanka trying to come forward. But Hoyt above the goal post.
That's a good sign. The first real attack by the Sri Lankan outfit. Chances like that are few and far in between, and you have to take those chances, especially if you haven't worked the Nepali keeper Krishal Mokhtan, who of course hasn't had much to do in this game as compared to his previous game, which was against India. Even in that he scored just one. Here is Sri Lanka looking to make an immense whisker away from the goal. But it is encouraging stuff for Sri Lanka. Sadhu Tatsara, a left-footed strike. Not really worrying the keeper, but it did ripple the goal.
I think we already mentioned his name, Sadhu Tatsara, the man that looks promising always when he gets on the front foot. He has to really fed with lots of balls. Now all midfielders want to do, or all midfielders have to do here, is to feed ball to Sadhu Tatsara. Because he is really making those daring runs. He's very good with pace. He's very good with his finishing. So midfielders just go and pass the ball to Sadhu Tatsara.
Yes, Sadhu Tatsara looks like the target man at this point, and I don't think you can blame the defense or the Sri Lankan players for that. Krishal coming out to feed the ball into his teammate. He is number 22, Subhash Bam, the goal scorer of the third goal. Shan Laksan again. Bam. Here's Nepal once again, but easily into the hands of Mohammad Rihas.
Once again, Sri Lanka going forward this time, courtesy of Mohammad Sadir.
Well, Jana, being a former football player yourself, probably at even school level,
Maybe a little bit, I wouldn't say as a footballer, maybe playing some part-time football, yes.
of course, football is football, but what would you say to your players, especially when you face a 4-0 deficit like this?
I think it really depends on the intention. Now, if Sri Lanka's coach is to really limit his damage, and all he wants to do at the moment is to make sure they don't concede more goals or lose with some sort of respect, maybe he can opt for a defensive kind of shape here and then go into occasional counter-attack. But if you feel that, okay, take a bit of risk, maybe even if we concede one goal, we might have the chance of getting another couple, then I'd say they have a front three, and first thing I'll do is to take the sweep out. I'll take the sweep out and make sure he plays in the midfield. So 4-3-3 would be a very
Confirmation of 4 added minutes to this first half.
So a 4-3-3 formation would be quite good. Even the modern day football teams really playing with a 3-5-3, where the two fullbacks playing in almost as a midfielder. So these are very attacking formations, but you still, these players are kids here. You can't really just go and change the formation or the way they play in one match. So it takes time. These are stepping stones. These are learning curves for this young upcoming Sri Lankan side. So the more they play these kind of important matches, international matches, where they are being given with so much of exposure,